Hi guys, my name is Kiva and this is DIY with KB. Today we're doing a living room tour. Kiva, haven't you done a living room before? Yes. Haven't you done it twice before? Also yes. This is the third time. It probably won't be the last time because I'm always changing my space, but I'm excited to show it to you. I've done some major DIYs. I've changed everything around. It's a lot more modern and exactly what I want it to look like. So I will try to put everything that I purchased in the description box below. And if you want to know any of the DIYs, head over to my Instagram at KIVA.BRENT. Before we get into the video, I just want to say like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you're interested in in-person or virtual design sessions with me, send me an email to diywithkb@gmail.com. Now let's get into the video. So this is the entryway. This is the part of the home that I've struggled with the absolute most because it's kind of like an awkward size. It is wide but not too wide, and it's very long. So instead of doing any type of table or anything like that, which is what I tried before, I actually just did full walls of art. So it's all black textured art with those picture lights that I had in my bedroom. I love them. They're all battery powered. And I just really like that it's a nice, clean way to open the house. There's some decor, but there's nothing blocking the space because, of course, you know I like to DIY and bring so much stuff into the house. And before, it just was not possible, and it was always a hassle. And then on this side, I just did an oversized piece of art here. It also has the black in it, but it also brings in pops of gold because gold is our accent color in the home. Now let's actually move into the formal living space. When you first walk in, you see the kitchen. If you've seen any of my other videos before, you know I just did a kitchen refresh. So it is completely styled. And also for those of you who said that those books were gonna get ruined, I was like, they're wrong. And then one day I was making coffee and I spilled coffee all over them, so you guys are right. But anyway, this is the kitchen for right now. I just have this Kirkland's vase with some olive branches in here. I really like to do oversized things on the island. That's just what I enjoy. Plus, it's a great place for me to sit my phone up while I'm eating, and it doesn't take up too much space, so I can do everything that I want to do and still have a nice centerpiece. This is our dining area, so we never use the dining table except for projects, and I kind of want to get away from that. And we were trying to style it in a way that is modern and somewhat traditional, and kind of brings away your attention for the fact that this is stainless steel. As you guys know, I did have it covered in concrete contact paper, but obviously I got paint on it because what else did I do? So I just came over here and I set the table. All of my plates are from Crate & Barrel. They were actually really affordable. The setting of 4 was $67 for the dinner plate, appetizer plate, and then the salad bowl. And then I got these napkins and napkin rings from Target. I'm not sold on those, but those are what we got. And then I love these glasses. These are actually cocktail glasses from Hotel Collection. I got them from Macy's for $19, but I honestly just like them aesthetically. We don't actually drink alcohol here, so and you could put some water or some sparkling apple cider, if you will. And then I just have 2 runners on here. They're both from Target. Oh no, this one's from Home Goods. It's just like a nice cream runner, and then this one is Hearth & Home by Joanna Gaines. It's green. This is definitely a more traditional part of the home. Right now, we're trying to decide if we're gonna get a new dining table or not. This one is really old, and since I do so many projects and we live in a condo, it's not like I have a garage to do projects in. So I don't know if I should buy a brand new table and then risk ruining it. And I just put a dough bowl on top. The dough bowl is from At Home. I haven't really styled this yet because I want to see how I can style it in a way that is functional, but I don't have to look at the shininess of it. And then I also got these chairs. So we used to have black faux leather chairs just from TJ Maxx, and they were fine, but I really wanted something with a high back. So I got a set of 4 of these from Target, and they were $90 each. They are the Harwick high back dining chair. I just really like them. I like having an all modern home with a few traditional touches, and I feel like this is that. So this is the dining table for now. Obviously everything is a work in progress. One of you DM'd me the other day and you were like, wow, I really didn't believe you when you said that you're always changing things, but I literally am always changing things. And so, if you saw my last living room tour, you will have seen these huge Cater Bowley paintings that I got from Value City Furniture. Yes, Value City Furniture / American Signature Furniture, they're the same thing. I do not believe that they're on the West Coast, unfortunately. But these, I think, are 86 inches tall, and I just have matching paintings on either side, and I really love them. They used to be on the far side of the house, but since we had these weird, awkward spaces, I thought doing them side by side would be a nice touch. Obviously, I like that RH vibe, which means that I love symmetry, and I think this was a great way to accomplish that. They were $300 a piece, and because I walked off of the floor with them, I got 20% off. So that's what I'll say. A lot of you keep DMing me and saying that you can't find them on the website. Yes. I think until I made that video, like literally no one wanted them. The guy said he'd never sold one before when I was in the store, so they were discontinuing them, and now everybody's scrambling to get them. So go to your nearest store and ask if you could just take it home. It fit in my car. Babe had to sit very, very, very uncomfortably for the 35-minute drive back, but to me it was worth it. I don't know if it was worth the turn, but to me it was worth it. And what I want to show you during this video is, obviously I love Restoration Hardware, and I do have a lot of their pieces in my home, but I don't think that anything in the living room right now is actually from Restoration Hardware besides the mirror. All the other stuff is actually in the bedroom. If you haven't seen that yet, go watch that bedroom tour. That is like literally just a straight Restoration Hardware bedroom with some low-cost touches, because that's kind of how I like to do things. But I think we really achieved the RH look by doing some DIYs. So next, I don't want to show you the good stuff. Let's talk about the console. So I really wanted to do something in this space. This is where the desk used to be. I don't even remember. Oh, and the mirror was once here. And also, we moved the living room around because, as you know, the living room was over here and the dining room was over there. But one, I don't really love walking into the living room because the living room is like the part that gets the most messy because we sit there. Also, when the living room was over here, we could not watch television. I thought we were too sophisticated for television. I thought we were gonna make it, but we couldn't do it. We needed the TV back, so we reshifted the living room. So we had this big blank empty space, and I wasn't gonna put the mirror over here. So yesterday I built this console. If you wanna know how to do that, go check me out on Instagram at KIVA.BRENT. I have a highlight for this DIY. It literally took me 45 minutes and $10. That's literally it. It was just really, really easy to build. I always use Minwax True Black Wood Stain for my projects because that gets me closest to like the RH Black oak color. And what I will say, if you're ever trying to build RH inspired furniture, don't paint it, stain it so that you can still see the grain of the wood. Come show that. Like if I move this, you can still see, like, you know, all of that texture, which is what you want to keep. And like, honestly, the more like nicks there are in your wood and like these little elements, honestly, the more RH it looks to me because it looks like it's an actual tree, not like a piece of plastic that Home Depot made look like a piece of wood, you know what I mean? Anyway, and then I have this spackle art painting that I did. A tutorial for that is also on Instagram. And this is also really RH. I wanted texture and dimension to a painting without adding color because color just like really isn't my jam. I don't enjoy it. And then to style it, I'm definitely not done styling this. I literally made this less than 24 hours ago. I just have these two earthy looking vessels from At Home. This gold tray that I got from Home Goods, and then I just threw this under there. That's probably super wrong, but I haven't gone shopping for something to go there yet. But RH always puts like smaller vessels underneath the console, so I'm gonna go searching for that. But that's also from Home Goods. And then I wanted to do a little bit more of a traditional touch because I love how RH does that sharp contrast. So I got these wall sconces. I actually got them off of Amazon. Yes, we did cut the cords off because I'm never gonna turn them on. Literally every light in my house I don't turn on, but you can always get sconces that don't have cords. You can get battery powered ones. You can get battery powered picture lights instead, like the ones that I showed you before. But I just kind of like this bright white shade and this more like traditional kind of aesthetic, and then it's swing arm obviously because that's super RH. That's what they like to do. So I really like how this space came together. I think it's decor without having to do too much, which I really appreciate. But now I'm excited to show you the most exciting part of the living room. First and foremost, we have the Plush couches from Value City Furniture. This is not the Cloud sofa, this is the Plush sofa. You can get the Plush sofa in this size, or you can get the two individual pieces, which looks even more like a Cloud. We literally just got this because it came here sooner and we're super impatient. If I were gonna do it again, I would get the two separate pieces. They do move apart, but it's easy to get into your home. Getting it in the house was an ordeal, to say the least. but I love them. This is what they look like fluffed up. You guys always ask me. And I do have an Instagram highlight that tells you how to maintain and clean white sofas, because so many of you say that you want them, but you're not sure you could keep them up with, like, you know, kids or pets or whatever. And you've seen me, I'm messy, I'm always covered in paint because I'm always doing a project, and my sofas have held up beautifully over the last year. Behind both of my sofas, I have these task lights. Task lights are all the rage. These are the Ipperlig task lights from IKEA. How much are they? I think they're $60 each. I also never ever plug, I never ever plug these in. They also have really similar gold or brass task lighting, just like the ones from Restoration Hardware, on Lamps Plus for $99. I will try to link those down below in case you want something a little bit more traditional looking. But I just went with black task lights, and you can rotate them, and you just tap this button to turn them on and off, and I just hide the cords under the sofa. And now, I must tell you guys about this awesome find that we had. Actually, I didn't do anything. Babe found this. So we have this good friend that I met actually through Instagram, Erin, and she is like the queen of Facebook Marketplace, and she like has furnished like a lot of her house just by going on Facebook Marketplace and finding like discount Studio McGee, Crate and Barrel, Restoration Hardware, Pottery Barn stuff. So we were like, we got to do this too, and we went online and we found this 10 by 14 all silk rug from Restoration Hardware for $150. It was originally like $10,000. This lady just like, she had a whole backstory, and I appreciate her feeling safe to tell it to us. But anyway, she's getting rid of it, and it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. But we brought it home. It's brown. I mean, here, let's touch it. Let's see if you can feel it through the camera. Come on, don't you just want to put your toesies on that? Anyway, it's incredible. It was a great find, so heavy, and I think it goes really well with the floors. I never would have thought to put a brown rug on the floor because brown is not one of our colors, so just black, white, and gold. But the brown is nice and subtle. It, you know, doesn't make it seem like you're just looking at the hardwood floor, which is nice. It adds a little touch of something without doing too much. If you come further into the living room, you will see this table. So this is modeled after the Restoration Hardware Russian oak coffee table. Again, we had the RH Shagreen coffee table, but it was a little bit too big for our space. So if you live in Pittsburgh and you want to buy it from me, DM me, because I literally needed that in my house. So this is, again, modeled after the Russian oak plinth coffee table, so it looks floating. We just made like a black base and put a top on top, and then we took several pieces of wood, nailed them together, and then used wood filler to kind of get that one piece of wood looking kind of feel. And then I just styled it with a coffee table book and a large crystal. Before, I had a huge bowl on it. Honestly, there's not going to be anything here because this is where we like to just like sit and eat and, you know, whatever. But it's a really great size for this space. That's something I will say to you if you're trying to get that RH look. I know oversized furniture like is it, but not everything can be oversized, and I learned that the hard way. Just because you buy Restoration Hardware doesn't mean your house is going to look like it. You need to know how to style everything together. So please learn from my mistakes. The star of the show will always be this mirror. This is the Louis Philippe gilt mirror. This purchase I will never, ever, ever regret. It is beautiful and I love it. And that's, I don't even know what else to say. I love it. It's a great statement piece. I put it in between these two shelves that we just built to really frame the living room. So let's talk about the shelves. I did the Antocino shelving used, and it's from RH. Again, wasn't going to pay for them and wasn't going to wait for them to come. I wanted them forever, and then one day I just said, let's just build them. So we went to Lowe's, spent $150 on wooden supplies. That's it. And we're able to build these two shelves. And then, I mean, I feel like I'll put a picture up. They look almost identical to me. We did everything except for the detailing at the bottom, just because, like, for what? Who's looking at my floor? I just didn't feel like doing it. But we built them. I think they are really nice and modern looking. They are 8 feet tall, and I will say that there's no other store besides probably RH. You can really get a nice 38-foot tall shelving unit, so I was really happy that we were able to build it. We have bowls from HomeGoods. Then these are books that we made. They are just like those ugly fake books that you get from like Joanne. They spray painted them matte white. This is a head that I got from Second Chance, which is a store in Baltimore where it's like architectural salvage and other things like that. This is just a pot that I got from Goodwill that was originally this horrible pink color that I spray painted matte white. This is the Lee Ann Ford pedestal bowl with her Crate and Barrel collection. Unfortunately, I really think it's sold out almost everywhere. And then at the bottom, I just did 2 white boxes that I got from IKEA. They were $1.99 each, so that's a really good styling tip. RH always has boxes. Get them from IKEA. You can spray paint them. They have them in white and black. If you want gold, just spray paint them. Get Rust-Oleum spray paint. There you go. And spray paint in a nice ventilated area, not at nighttime. We always, for some reason, spray paint in the middle of the night, and then in the morning, I'm like, oh my god, this doesn't look perfect when I did it in pitch black. This side, again, another home goods bowl. This is a vase from the Lee Ann Ford collection. More books that we made. This is also a bowl that we just spray painted from Goodwill. I'd always encourage you to do that. Go to a thrift store and get really, really cheap vessels for like $1.99 and spray paint them if you don't need them to have like really extreme shapes. This is a David head that I got from the garden section of Home Goods. It originally was like cement, and it was gray, spray painted in matte white. And then on the bottom, it's just the matching vase, the one that's over there on the floor, which is also from Home Goods. Okay guys, that is it. That is my living room tour. It's a little different, not a lot different, but also a lot different. I'm so happy with it. I hope you enjoyed it too. I will try to link everything that I can in the description box below. And if you want to know how to do some of the DIYs that I did, head over to my Instagram at KIVA.BRENT. That is where I share my DIYs. Now you could just look at my highlights because I really like getting that real-time feedback from you guys. So that's kind of why I switched to that platform. And if you're interested in design services with me, again, send me an email. But until next time, have a beautiful day and thanks for watching.